Welcome back to Love Lessons for Men. Now, I'm not talking about some pickup artist routine here. This ain't about tricks or games. This is about becoming the kind of man who walks into a room, and women, they take notice. Not because you're flashing cash or muscles, but because you carry yourself with a quiet strength. Want to know what truly makes a man high value, not just attractive, but deeply respected by women? It's not about money, looks, or status. It's about character. It's about the stuff that lasts longer than a weekend fling. Today, I'll break down exactly how to become a high-value man that women naturally admire and respect. A man who doesn't chase, he attracts. A man who understands that respect, well, it's earned, not demanded. So, let's dive in. Chapter 1. Know your core values. A high-value man, he ain't built on someone else's blueprint. He's got his own foundation, set deep in the bedrock of his own values. See, if you don't know what you stand for, you'll fall for anything. And let me tell you, women, they can smell that a mile away. It's like a compass, your values. They guide you. You value honesty? Then you shoot straight, even when it's tough. You don't need to lie to impress because your truth is enough. You value health? Then you treat your body like a temple, not a trash can. You move with purpose. Fuel yourself right. It's not about being perfect, no sir. It's about knowing who you are, what you believe in, and living by it day in and day out. That's integrity. That's attractive. Think of it like this. A tree without roots, it gets blown over by the first strong wind. But a tree with roots deep in the ground, that tree, it weathers any storm. So ask yourself, what are your non-negotiables? What are the things you won't compromise on no matter what? Find those, define them, and let them be your guide. That's the foundation of respect right there. Chapter 2. Be emotionally controlled, not emotionless. Now, being a high-value man doesn't mean you walk around like a robot, all stoic and unfeeling. It ain't about suppressing your emotions. It's about mastering them. See, women, they appreciate a man who can handle life's curveballs without falling apart. A man who doesn't crumble under pressure, who doesn't fly off the handle at the slightest inconvenience. Imagine this. An argument starts. Things get heated. Do you meet fire with fire? Escalate the situation? No, sir. You take a breath. You respond calmly, clearly. You listen more than you speak. You show her that you're in control of your emotions, not the other way around. Or let's say you're feeling vulnerable, scared even. Do you ghost her, disappear into the night? No. You communicate. You tell her how you feel, honestly and openly. That's emotional maturity. It's about being comfortable in your own skin, even when things get uncomfortable. It's about being present, engaged, without letting your emotions run the show. That's what makes a woman feel safe, respected, and ultimately more attracted to you. Chapter 3. Build purpose, not just wealth. Look, there's nothing wrong with having money. It's a tool, a resource. But it's not the end game, understand? A man driven by purpose. Now that's something special. That's magnetic. You see, women, they're drawn to men who are building something, creating a life of meaning. It doesn't have to be a billion-dollar company, though that's fine too. It could be a skill, a craft, a mission to make the world a better place. It's about getting up every morning with fire in your belly, knowing that you're working towards something bigger than yourself. It's about passion, dedication, the relentless pursuit of a goal. Think about it. Who's more attractive? The guy glued to his phone, chasing likes and validation, or the guy with dirt under his fingernails, building something real, something tangible? When a man moves with purpose, when he's got that fire in his eyes, it's contagious. It inspires. It makes a woman want to be a part of his journey, to share in his passion. So, find your purpose. What gets you up in the morning? What makes your heart beat faster? Go after it with everything you've got. That's how you build a life of meaning, and that's what truly attracts high-quality women. Chapter 4. Set boundaries. And keep them. Now this one's important. A high-value man, he respects himself too much to tolerate disrespect from anyone. And that includes women. See, boundaries, they ain't about control, they're about self-respect. They're about knowing your worth and what you will and will not accept. Let's say she's constantly flaking, canceling plans last minute. Or maybe she's disrespectful, crossing lines you've clearly drawn. A high-value man, he doesn't beg, plead, or try to change her. He walks away. It's not about playing games, no sir. It's about understanding that your peace of mind, your self-respect are non-negotiable. You teach people how to treat you by what you allow. Think of it like this. You wouldn't let someone walk into your house and start rearranging the furniture, would you? Your life, your rules. Same goes for relationships. Setting boundaries. It's not about being mean or controlling. It's about communicating your needs clearly and respectfully, and then standing firm in your decisions. Remember, you attract what you tolerate. So set those boundaries high and watch the right kind of woman rise to meet them. Chapter 5. Lead with calm confidence. Now, leadership ain't about being the loudest voice in the room. It's about being the calmest. A high-value man, he leads with a quiet strength, a steady hand on the wheel. He doesn't need to shout or brag to be heard. He commands respect through his actions, his demeanor, his ability to navigate life's challenges with a cool head. Imagine this. You're on a date and something goes wrong. Maybe the restaurant loses your reservation, or there's a mix-up with the tickets to the show. A high-value man, he doesn't panic. He doesn't get flustered. He handles it. He takes charge of the situation, finds a solution, and does it all with a calm confidence that's both reassuring and attractive. It's about being decisive, knowing what you want and going after it. It's about being the rock, the steady presence in a world that can often feel chaotic and uncertain. Think of it like this. In the midst of a storm, people are drawn to the lighthouse, the beacon of stability and guidance. That's what a high-value man is, a source of strength and direction, leading with a calm confidence that inspires trust and respect. Chapter 6. Prioritize growth over approval. Here's the thing. A high-value man, he ain't out there chasing likes or validation. He's on a constant quest for self-improvement. He understands that growth, it's a lifelong journey, not a destination. See, validation from others, it's fleeting. It comes and goes with the tide. But the satisfaction of knowing you're constantly evolving, learning, becoming a better version of yourself, that's lasting. It's about pushing your boundaries, stepping outside your comfort zone. It's about reading, learning, expanding your mind and your skill set. Think about it. Who's more attractive? The guy who spends all day scrolling through social media, seeking validation from strangers, or the guy who's constantly challenging himself, learning new things, becoming more interesting and well-rounded by the day? Women, they're drawn to men who are going places, men who are on a path of self-discovery and growth. It's about the pursuit of excellence in all areas of life. So, invest in yourself. Read books, learn new skills, take on challenges that scare you a little. The more you grow, the more you have to offer, and the more attractive you become. Chapter 7. Choose with standards, not scarcity. Now this one's crucial. A high-value man, he doesn't settle. He doesn't compromise his values or lower his standards just to avoid being alone. He chooses wisely, with intention. See, there's a difference between being alone and being lonely. A high-value man, he understands that being with the wrong person is far worse than being on his own. He'd rather be single than settle for a relationship that drains his energy, disrespects his boundaries, or compromises his values. Think about it. Who's more attractive? The guy who's desperate for any woman's attention, or the guy who's discerning, who chooses his partners carefully, based on shared values, mutual respect, and genuine connection? It's about knowing what you deserve and refusing to settle for anything less. It's about recognizing that a relationship is a two-way street, and both partners should bring equal value to the table. So be patient, be selective. Don't be afraid to walk away from something that doesn't feel right. Remember, you teach people how to treat you by what you accept. Choose with your head and your heart, and you'll attract a woman who values and respects you for the high-value man you are. Chapter 9. Becoming the high-value man. Being a high-value man isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent, grounded, and intentional. It's about knowing your worth, so you never have to prove it. It's about living with integrity, purpose, and a quiet confidence that draws people in. Now remember these key principles. Know your values, stay emotionally disciplined, move with purpose, set boundaries, lead with confidence, grow daily, choose wisely. Thanks for watching. If this video gave you value, drop a like, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to Love Lessons for Men. I'll see you in the next one. Stay sharp, stay grounded.